Hello friends, this is Kevin aka K-Man1 coming at you with another episode of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. In the last episode, we took on Panda King in his lair and managed to take him down. And in this episode, we're going to be heading off into the final area. Now before we go there, I just want to go ahead and say up front, this is like a marathon sort of run, and all the levels are going to be completed one after another. And so there might be sparse commentary compared to other areas, and there might be some more awkward cuts and everything, but it's just since you have to play all the levels in a row, and there are a handful of levels where if you fail, you need to start over at the very beginning, and there are like multiple phases to it. So given all of those things, there's probably going to be a lot of awkward cutting and probably not as much live commentary as you're used to. So I just want to go ahead and get that out of the way. But anyways, let's just go ahead and jump in.
We were on our way to the Krakkarov volcano in Russia. While looking over what little information I had on the final member of the Fiendish Five, I began to notice something. In the 4 parts of the Thievius Raccoonus recovered so far, several of the pictures depict a shadowy owl-like figure, which looks very similar to the police images of the mysterious Clockwerk. Is this a strange coincidence, or is there something I'm missing?
Alright, and so this is going to be basically an on-rails shooter segment, and you just hold down the square button to fire, and you aim with the control stick, and it's pretty straightforward early on. But one thing that I don't get is, like, I mean, this is a problem with all on-rails shooters, really, like, why doesn't the driver just stop if he's gonna run into a mine or something? Like, it just defies logic, so, you know, it is what it is. The Robo-Falcons can be a little bit hard to hit, but fortunately they get a lot easier when they're coming into attack, so still nothing to really worry about. And you can go ahead and shoot some of these rocks while they're sitting up there, just to avoid getting hit before it's even a risk. And the camera doesn't control very smoothly in this area, I will say up front, but you can manually control it, so it's not a huge deal overall. And okay, I've never had issues with this area before, but apparently I'm sucking right now that I'm playing it live. So, you know, well, I mean, I guess I'm always playing it live, but I'm like live commentating now, which is apparently actually hindering me for once in this run. So, yeah, those rocks, they take a few shots to take down completely, but still nothing we haven't seen before. And more birds, and there are just a lot of them, so if you just kind of move around almost like completely randomly, you'll probably end up hitting them all. So, and just a couple more, and there, I said there we go. Don't make a liar out of me, game. Alright, there we go.
Looks like we're in the clear.
Hurry, that cave doesn't look tall enough for the turret to make it all the way through.
Now it's time for burning rubber. Guess what, guys? It's another driving level.
To get through that security door on the far side of the cavern. The only way to unlock it is to analyze at least 60 of those hanging computers.
Would have been easy to get at them if Murray hadn't thrashed our new turret.
Yeah, won't be a problem. I can hack the computer's connection coupling so they'll fall to the ground. Then Murray will have to run over them with the van.
Okay, and Murray, remember to use our new battering ram by hitting the square button if anyone tries to keep you from those computers.
Alright, so, this level, as far as driving levels go, honestly isn't that bad. This one I tend to have a lot easier time with compared to other ones, but it's also kind of a crapshoot, because if you just happen to be driving where the computers spawn, then it's really easy. But if you end up just being nowhere near where the computers decide to drop, then you end up falling super far behind and you can't really catch up. So, also something to note is that if you like hit it with the battering ram, one of the lava slugs, and they hit a computer while they're in their dying animation, then it'll count as them collecting it, which is really freaking annoying. Because it's just like you're doing exactly what you're supposed to, but you end up benefiting them instead of yourself. So, yeah, this level can be obnoxious, but I'm hoping I can do it in one try. No problem. I'm actually behind right now, so... yeah, I think I'm probably going to fail this time, but that's not going to stop me from trying, dang it. Come on. Okay, driving controls, please. Alright. Alright, only need 12 more. Alright, 8 more. Alright, we can do this. We might have fallen behind, but that doesn't mean we can't catch up. 5 more. 3 more. 1. Dang it, I missed. 3. Alright, we got it. And something you might notice is that there are still like, there are upwards of 3 computers currently on the ground. So, we could have, there weren't only 119 computers on the ceiling. There were easily as many as 130. So it's just awkward game design being awkward.
Careful, Sly! Those tiles are booby-trapped! You better get out of there!
Hold on. That's Carmelita. She looks trapped.
Serves that cop right. She's been dogging us from the start.
It's just a misunderstanding. We've got to free her.
Are you crazy, Sly? Clockwerk probably stuck her there to trap you.
But if I don't do anything, Carmelita's doomed. Besides, stealing just won't be any fun without her.
Sly, your ridiculous raccoon logic sends shivers up my shell. But if you're determined to go through with this, that barrel will undoubtedly help, though I have no idea how you'll get up there.
Dude, a spire jump here, a rail slide there. I've done this a million times.
So yeah, gonna hold back on my Admiral Akbar impressions for right now. But I think we can all kind of see where this is going, if we're being honest. But anyways, the first portion, it's pretty easy, just platforming segment. And when you fall on this, it falls down, and you can use it as like a ramp back up, because you know it is a ramp. And so here we see the return of the dart shooters. So we all know how much I love those. But nothing really to worry about quite yet. And gonna work our way through. These spotlights move in like weird different ways, so a lot of the time you're just like sitting there waiting to move like half a step. And I think I'm actually in a really bad spot because they seem to not want to leave me alone, but there they go. Alright. There's a lot of like awkward just 2 steps forward in this segment just because of the way the cameras are set up. But we made our way through, and we jump in, and it's a trap.
Sly Cooper, I should have known you were behind this.
You got me wrong, Miss Fox. I'm here to rescue you.
You sentimental fool. Empathy has always been the downfall of the Cooper clan.
I knew this was a trap. Looks like I'm going to have to do some fast and furious hacking to shut down that gas before Sly's brain is turned to cheese.
Alright, so Bentley said he's gonna hack. And this is easily one of the alternate game modes that I'm just the worst at. So our goal is to collect the gold data packets, I think he called them. So this basically plays like Asteroids, the old game where we're shooting the things and then when we shoot them they break apart. And something you should know is that the little shurikens these guys are throwing, they will be a one-hit kill no matter how much health you have. So definitely watch out for those. You don't want to get hit. But if I'm unmistaken, their shurikens can hit the asteroid pieces like that right there, and they can actually destroy them for you. So you can use them to your advantage, but you also have to avoid them at all costs unless you happen to have a horseshoe, which I don't, because I wasted them on the first level. But yeah. And alright, so there will only be one more segment, and this one's just going to be chock full. Also, you can stand against the barrier on the edges without worrying about getting hurt. That doesn't damage you like you might think it would. So don't feel afraid to hug the edge of the field. But yeah. Anyways, I'm personally the sort of person who just tries to clear out everything until it's pretty much only the gold pieces left. But that seems to not be working out super well for me, and I just died. Or, wait. I didn't die? Okay, so apparently, this is something I learned. If you lose all your HP to the green dots, you have more than just like the bars visible on the field. So, hey, learn something new every day. And this run is actually going like ridiculously well, better than I expected.
Sly, I was wrong about you. Break me out of this force field by smashing its base, and I'll make it up to you somehow.
And whack that, and some coins fall out. And something I haven't pointed out before is that the coins for all the different areas have different images on them. And so for here, it's just a picture of Sly's face. So I don't understand why Clockwerk would have money with Sly's face on it, but no one ever accused video games of being realistic.
I don't get it, Cooper. I've hunted you for years, tried to throw you behind bars, but when you get a chance to leave me in a cage, you set me free. Why?
Carmelita, we may be on opposite sides of the law, but you're not my enemy. Now, the homicidal robotic owl that built this death ray and nearly gassed us to death, that guy's on my list.
I see your point. All right. Until Clockwerk and his evil schemes are destroyed, I suggest we work together.
Together at last. Huh, wait. I need that cane. It's been in my family for generations.
Don't worry, Ringtail. I'll cover you while you get it back. If you can, make your way to the top of the death ray. I stashed my jetpack there before Clockwerk nabbed me.
Now that we're a team and all, I hate to leave your side.
Hold on. This truce is only temporary. Once we beat Clockwerk, I'm coming after you.
Really?
Well, maybe I'll give you a 10-second head start.
Alright, and so this is just going to be another cover fire level, but this time we are Carmelita instead of Sly at a blasting station. And I knew there was a lava slug right there, but it managed to get the jump on me, so maybe I'm just bad at these levels. I only have 4 lives left. This is bad. If I do end up having to cut for whatever reason, I'll probably... Oh my goodness, lava slug, just give up. And, okay. If I do end up cutting here, then I will probably go grind for some extra lives, just because I am pretty bad at the upcoming boss fight, but hopefully it won't come to that. And I kind of spoke in advance saying that I would have to cut a lot, thinking I would, but these runs have actually been going so well, this level set aside, that I haven't needed to cut yet. So, I mean, hey, I'm not gonna turn down me actually being skilled at something. So, anyways, shoot that guy. But yeah, so things going a million times better than I could have ever expected. And this level, it's basically going to be you destroy these, and then a lava slug will come out of that hole. Oh my goodness, okay, I can't aim. And then you'll destroy another one, and then the lava slug will come out. And then you'll destroy the last one, and the lava slug comes out of this one. And then you destroy this one, and another lava slug, and I think you're kind of getting the rhythm at this point. But Sly grabs his cane, and he works his way up.
Nice job, Raccoon.
Where's Carmelita's jetpack? Right where she said it would be. The magnetronic support field for the death ray got destroyed as you were making a run for your cane. You'd better hurry. This whole thing is about to fall apart.
I'm on it.
Alright. And so this is going to be a kind of a race against the clock climbing level. And I don't actually have control of Sly right now. So they make you watch him do 3 rail slides before they actually let you play the game. Which, kind of silly, but it is what it is. These things, you can jump over them the most of the time. And then not really have to worry about that. But really, you just want to be going as fast as possible. These things, you just whack them with your cane and they're not going to bug you. And then, even though it's not the blue sparkles, you can actually spire jump there. So, get your stuff together. And this is the only time in the game where you're actually required to jump up a rail slide area. So, I don't know why they decided to include that here all of a sudden. I guess since it is the final area, they needed to introduce some kind of new challenge. But it's nothing you've ever needed to use before, and they just pop it out here and expect you to be able to figure it out. So, I mean, whatever. Stranger things have happened in video games over the course of history, but, I mean, I don't really have anything to say about it. Gotta wait here, and just spire jump our way through without getting electrocuted. And I don't have any horseshoes, so I'm thinking that might come to bite me in the butt for the upcoming boss fight, but I've been weirdly lucky thus far. So as long as I don't jinx, I didn't realize I could just jump up here. As long as I don't jinx everything, then I might just be able to make it through with no problem.
Okay, that jetpack is easy to fly. Use the left analog stick to aim and steer, and press the square button to fire its rockets. Sly! Behind you!
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always? So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Thievius Raccoonus. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting the day when I would finally eclipse your family's thieving reputation.
Sly! My missiles don't hurt him but seem to create holes in his armor. Shoot into the gaps I create!
Alright, here's the battle with Clockwerk. Full disclosure, this is post-recorded. I ended up failing at this fight a lot, as you can probably tell from the fact that I now have horseshoes on my back. But the big thing here is you're just needing to dodge Clockwerk's attacks until Carmelita shoots her laser pistol and makes an opening for you. And the first part is pretty straightforward, and the dodging is not that bad. I actually kind of mess up here and can't quite hit his wing, so I need to wait until Carmelita shoots another blast. And he falls into the lava. But wait, no but yet. But there he is.
That's one tough owl.
I don't get it. You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Thievius Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well, there's where you're wrong. The Thievius Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper. It ends here. I will finish you like I finished your father. And the Cooper line will be erased, and the only master thief will be Clockwerk.
Alright, and so coming into the second phase, he's going to be firing these rings at you, and in order to dodge, you just need to be inside the ring. Simple as that. And one thing that can kind of screw you up on this part is the controls for the jetpack are kind of weird, because one axis is inverted, but the other isn't by default. So you can actually change that in the settings, but it's not overly necessary because once you get used to one control scheme, you end up switching and then you just screw up a bunch because you're not used to the new control scheme. So, anyways, he's only down to 1 segment of health. And something interesting is that even though Carmelita says that her shots don't damage Clockwerk, I'm pretty sure it is actually still possible to kill him in this segment with just waiting for Carmelita's shots. So, kind of an interesting thing there.
Chance, Sly. You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto...
I am. 7. Flowers. Never. Lava tomb. Feet together. I will live. Immortal. Clockwerk is superior.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwerk's claw. I had taken down each member of the Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby, the Panda King, and finally Clockwerk. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my birthright. Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, yet they stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now that Clockwerk's death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was going to slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
Alright, so that was Sly Cooper and Thievius Raccoonus. I hope all of you who haven't played it before now kind of realize why this is one of my favorite games. I had a lot of fun doing it. Doing gameplay commentaries is, you know, something I've always kind of wanted to do ever since I started really watching YouTube videos. So I'm glad that I finally forced myself to just sit down and make the videos. And overall, I'm happy with how it turned out. It's going to be far from the super high production value I tend to come to expect from video makers I subscribe to. But my personal rule is just that I'll never post something that I wouldn't watch myself. And as far as like a first Let's Play goes, I feel like as much as I'm going to be biased toward myself, if I did come across this video, I would probably watch it. But I don't know. Obviously, only time will tell whether or not I really deserve to get any more popular than I already am. But yeah, I want to thank all my friends and family, specifically my older brother, who's just been ridiculously supportive and constantly nagging me to make more videos. And yeah, so thanks for watching.